Hi, this is Doug.
And I'm Cindy.
Thanks for joining in today. Well, today we're going to be talking about one of the big three components that has to do with stability, like the stability of a declining parent in the event that something happens and they start declining and you need to spring into action quickly. This time of year we see it a lot.
Yes.
That maybe the kids, maybe live out of state remotely, maybe get home once or twice per year. Maybe they talk to mom or dad every day on the phone, or at least once or twice a week. But
even if you're talking to them on the phone once or twice a week, or even every day, they can kind of hide what's going on, can't they?
Well, they can, and I think a lot of times, and we see this a lot, maybe like dad's taking care of mom at home or mom's taking care of dad, and they've been married for 50 plus years, and they've either expressly or impliedly promised each other that we're not going to the nursing home,
we're going to stay home
ever, and so we'll stay home and take care of each other.
Yep.
And so they're leaning against each other, and one's got the mind, one's got the body maybe, and maybe mom's declining cognitively and dad maybe got heart issues, is fairly common. It's a big strain on him, but he's trying to do his best to honor his promise to his wife and keep her at home.
Absolutely. And I know several of you may have facilitated support groups in the past. I know I have. And you come to know these people and their stories, and even in our clients, I've seen several times where one of the spouses is leaning on the other, cognitive decline, physical decline, and you add on top of that physical decline all the stress that comes with all the daily decisions that you have to make for your declining loved one. And the caregiver spouse can die first. And you know what? It's not just the spouse. Sometimes it's the kids.
What we're talking about here is the me and the mom, money, and me. Mom it may not be mom, maybe dad, the declining parent. Mm-hmm. Money is using mom's money for her care in the best way possible. And the me, that's the caregiver, the person in charge. And you may live 2,000 miles away. You may not be personally providing the care. You just may be managing it or coordinating it. But, the me's the person that's trying to make things happen, maybe the adult child or the spouse. You was the me in your
I was the me.
Your mom was declining, so you was it.
For a period of 5 years. And you just go with the transitions. But you know what? That really made me realize that you have to take care of yourself as a caregiver, because if you don't take care of yourself and you're taken out of the equation, the person that's leaning on you as you're a caregiver, what happens to them if something happens to you? So you have to take care of yourself.
And that the situation would change just like that.
Overnight.
Like in your situation, if something would have happened to you, you would have died or you would have had a major health challenge, your mom would have been in a nursing home the next day,
Most likely. So.
And we see a lot of family situations like this, where the spouses are leaning against each other and, one of them dies, or maybe they don't die. Maybe they have a stroke or a heart attack, or they fall and break a hip, or something like that happens.
Absolutely.
Then maybe both of them are in the hospital.
Then both of them are in the hospital. And then someone else has to step up and be caregiver for both of them. But what we're talking about today, what we see most often, is the adult children who are primary caregivers or care managers. And guess what? You're probably still working, got a full-time job or professional, you're running a business, and that may take anywhere from 8 to 12 to 20 hours a day. Plus, you've got a family, spouse, children, grandchildren, all the activities that you want to participate in their lives. And, you've got things that you like to do or you need to do, like exercise and take care of yourself. How do you balance all of this when you've got an adult parent who is declining suddenly and you don't know what to do? You need to stabilize their situation and then stabilize your situation.
So we've got some tips in our video at stabilitywithoutstress.com. Just go there, take a look at that, make some notes. And if you're dealing with this now or think you may very shortly, join us in the group. It's going to start January 14th. It'll just be a small group. And yes, there is a fee for this. It's like $97 guaranteed, which means you can go through the whole thing, all 4 weeks, 1 hour a week for the next 4 weeks. It'll end in mid-February. And if you go through the whole thing, watch every video, make notes, and say, didn't really get a lot from that, just email us and we'll give you your money back. I don't think it could get much fairer than that. But, I think if you watch all 4, participate, ask your questions, you're going to get a lot of value from it, because it's not just us, there'll be other caregivers in there too.
Absolutely.
And again, it's stabilitywithoutstress.com. I was about to say, we see this every year this time of year. Matter of fact, we were up in the northern part of the state about a year ago and visiting with the administrator of a local nursing home, and they were just terribly busy, like just bees buzzing around. We thought, what is going on?
Yeah.
And she's one of her friends, so we just asked her, what's going on here today? And she said, well, it's like just after Christmas. And we said, yeah. And she said, well, like all of the kids came home for a visit and saw mom or dad was declining, and they all had to be back like really quick the next day or 2 days later, 3 days later for work. So they gave us a call, said, hey, mom or dad needs help, and that was just a knee-jerk reaction and you can't really blame the kids, because number one, they didn't know the options. They didn't know there's
Right.
other options.
Right.
And in many of the cases, mom or dad may in fact have needed a skilled level of care. But in other situations, there may have been other options available that the kids just didn't know and really didn't have time to implement, because they had families back home, jobs back home, or businesses or professions, and they had to get back in a hurry. So
Right.
some planning in advance where possible can really go a long way toward having a plan in place, so if and when it is needed, then you'll know what to do and you can put it into gear and not just be in a situation where you're having to react.
Absolutely. So join us for the course. Go to stabilitywithoutstress.com, register and participate. We're going to teach you how to stabilize the situation for mom, look at the money situation, and we're going to focus on how to stabilize your situation as the primary caregiver.
If you're in a situation, even if it is the last minute, a lot of times, the kids think, well, it's, last minute, something bad just happened to mom like yesterday or whatever, and it's too late to do anything. Even planning at the last minute, you can get some good results if you know what the options are. Please join us, stabilitywithoutstress.com. Watch the video. There'll be some good information there. And we look forward to seeing you in the course. Have a great day.
Thank you for being a caregiver for your loved one. You're making a huge difference in their life.